Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, where the South Carolina Gamecocks have ended their tough 4-game gauntlet and now go on the road to face the 3-6 Vanderbilt Commodores. Vanderbilt, always one of the bottom teams it seems in the SEC, but you can't get ahead of games like this. We're still on the road, even though we're ranked 21st. We have a big matchup next week against Missouri. This could potentially be your stereotypical trap game. You can't overlook the Commodores as we are underway here. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty content, as a nice opening return from Huggins Bruce will start the Gamecocks at the 36, led, of course, by redshirt freshmen Lenora Sellers and Raheem Sanders on offense, who's been a workhorse in the backfield. He will get the first carry of the day, and he will pick up 1. 2nd and 9, they go actually RPO to Simon on the flat, and he picks up 4. And it's an early 3rd down for the Gamecocks. They motion the wide receiver Harbor in, as with 1 second they just get the snap off, and they throw it to Nick Harbor, and he's going to have the first down. Nice pickup there, and the Gamecocks are already out in plus territory on Vanderbilt. 1st and 10, now Sellers steps up through the pocket. He runs with it himself. He's been very dangerous with his legs this year. Picks up 6. 2nd and 4, again, motioning Harbor into the formation. As Sellers looks short, he has Gage Larvin, who drops it wide open, just lets it go through his hands. Instead, now it's 3rd and 4, but they go right back to Gage, and he gets the first down on this catch. Nice confidence by Sellers just to go right back to the guy who dropped the ball. 1st and 10, now Sanders picks up 3 on his second carry. He'll check out. Oscar Attaway, the former North Texas transfer, will check back in, and he will get his first carry for a gain of 6. 3rd and 1. Attaway doesn't get there on 3rd down, but South Carolina's going to go for it. Early on, setting the tone early. They give it to Braswell, his first carry of the day, and he gets a first down. It's been a team effort in the backfield so far. New set of downs in the red zone off the play fake. Sellers is chased, and he just gets this one off and towards the sideline. 2nd and 10. Sellers in the pocket, steps up, has Stace in front, and nobody's going to be responsible for him, and he'll find the end zone. 19 yards on the ground for Sellers. It's a touchdown for South Carolina. They take a 7-0 lead. As we get our first look at the Vanderbilt offense, led by Nate Johnson at quarterback, the Utah transfer, who begins the day with an 8-yard pass out to Eli Stowers. 2nd and 2, handoff inside. Cedric Alexander has plenty of space. Gamecocks' run defense has been suspect in recent weeks, and after a big game there, it's maybe looking that might still be the case. However, there's a flag here on this first down. There's going to be a holding on the offense, so this play will not count. They'll get the tight end, Eli Stowers. 1st and 20 now. They hand it off to Alexander, who has a crease, and he's going to get outside. Big pickup here by the true sophomore, 17 on the ground. You can't have that happen if you're South Carolina, especially against Vanderbilt. 2nd and 3 now, as the penalty has been erased. They'll hand it off again. This time it's Mikhail Young who gets the carry, and he gets the first down. 2 tight ends here, tight formation, 1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff again, it's Young. Actually, Alexander who gets a first down. Just big gains up the middle for Vanderbilt's run defense. South Carolina's got to find an answer. This will help. Sanders stuffs him. He gets no gain. 2nd and 10. Now they go pistol, and it's a play action. Johnson gets outside the pocket. He outruns the defense and picks up 9. Nate Johnson, very dangerous on the ground with his legs. You see on that play there. 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Johnson rolls to his left, dumps it off for his tight end, and the former North Mexico State transfer has a first down. Goal to go here for the Commodores. Next play, handoff, and that's the play in the backfield. Nice stop there by the defense. And Cedric Alexander actually hurt on that play. So he'll check out. There will be a touch pass outside, and beautiful blocks gets Bell down to the 1. I thought he scored. Apparently he steps out, and on 3rd and goal, stuffed in the backfield. Vanderbilt will kick 3, so they will not try to go for it, and South Carolina bends, but they hold on to the lead, still 7-3. Their second drive, it starts with DJ Braswell. Sanders a little banged up right now. He's getting a chance to rest on the sidelines. So we'll see a lot more Braswell and Attaway in the next coming moments. There's a nice stuff in the backfield. Miles Capers, a South Carolina native, with a tackle for loss. Now 3rd and 10 here for the Gamecocks. Sellers steps up. He wants to throw. He has Harbor for a first down. But I think Sellers might have been a little too far up the field. They're going to get him for an illegal forward pass. And that will result in a 4th down in the drive As we'll go to the end of the first quarter, South Carolina currently up 7-3 here on the road. But Vandy does have the football. They have a chance to go down the field and potentially take the lead. The rushing game has been on point so far today as they've outgained the Gamecocks. 2nd and 1 at their own 49. There's a handoff and a beautiful hole right side for Young. Nobody contests him until he gets to about the 35. Next play, they go back to Alexander, who seems to be okay. He's going to hurdle, and he's going to pick up 9. Big chunk plays. South Carolina being spread out now here on 2nd and 1. They have 6 guys in the box, but it's a screen out wide for Quincy Skinner, who has the first down. Double men in the backfield here on 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw. Instead, he's going to scramble out. Williams is the spy, but he's not fast enough, and Johnson's going to take off and get down to the 3. Goal to go down here for Vanderbilt. That one's a stuffed in the backfield. Nice play there by Jalen Kilgore, the sophomore. 2nd and goal from the 4. South Carolina trying to force another field goal. And it's a handoff to Alexander, and he'll get the end zone for the touchdown. Vanderbilt now goes out in front. It's 10-7 in favor of the Commodores. South Carolina's offense has got to get back in front. It's on 1st and 10. It's a delayed give for Attaway, and there's nowhere to go. Bradley Manhurt on the play for Vanderbilt, but it's quickly 3rd and 4 for the Gamecocks. Sellers back to throw, faces a blitz, checks it down, but Attaway wide open, is not expecting the football. Hits him in the back. That's going to be a punt for South Carolina. Now the defense retakes the field. There's a nice stop on Johnson, and there will actually be a flag down. Looks like they're going to get the left guard, Grayson Morgan, on a hold. So instead it'll be 1st and 20. Johnson to throw, looks short, has his man open, and he's going to pick up 7. But now you got 3rd and 11. You got to get off the field here if you're the Gamecocks defense. In the gun is Johnson. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Moves to his left outside the pocket. He's going to try to run for it himself. Gets by the first contact, but he's going to be put down by Debo Williams. That's a good job to get off the field there. Next drive, though, for the Gamecocks starts with a hold. This is 1st and 20. Now 2nd and 11 as we're actually at the 2-minute warning. Nice throw outside. Finds Larvadain for a first down. And South Carolina with a chance to go down the field and get some points. Next play, Sellers is going to run for it himself, and he's going to pick up the first down as he gets out to the 46 of Vanderbilt. Next play, trying to set up a screen. Sanders back in, catches it. He's going to get to the marker before being forced out of bounds. There's an injured Commodore on the field. Now to the 35. Sellers to throw for it. Moves to his left and just dumps it to the sidelines. Next play, 2nd and 10. Tight end screen for Simon. He has it, and he's going to pick up 7. Makes it 3rd and 3. Gamecocks will run the ball or the clock down. They don't want to give it right back to Vanderbilt. There's a man open, but Larvadain drops it. Second drop of the day for Gage Larvadain. Forces South Carolina to have to kick a 46-yard field goal. Mason Love's try is up, and it is good. So we'll go into the half tied at 10 here in Nashville. Big SEC clash. Can Vanderbilt pull off the upset, or will South Carolina, ranked 21, pull away like they should? We'll find out in the second half, which is just a few moments away. Now, it will be the Commodores who start off with the football in the second half, tied up at 10 apiece, as they'll start off with a throw on play action, and there's a man wide open, and he's going to go the distance. Tight end Eli Stowers for 75. What a call from Vanderbilt out of the break. They go play action when everybody in the building thought they were going to go run, including O'Donnell Fortune, who bites on the slant. And just like that, Vanderbilt's up 17-10 after the big play. Great call by them again, as now South Carolina will get the football back. Sanders gets the first carry and the second of the second half, so he seems to be back healthy. Only had 3 carries in the first. He does check out here on 3rd and 1, but it's a quick pass to Jared Brown, who has the first down, gain of 6. So now out to the 40, change of plans the line of scrimmage. South Carolina goes play fake. Sellers is chased off his back foot. He finds Nick Harbor downfield. Great throw by Sellers. And just like that, South Carolina back in Vanderbilt territory, out to the 41. Next play, they hand it off to Sanders, who bounces outside and somehow beats everybody around the edge. That picks up 5 when it probably should have lost 5. 2nd and 5, Attaway gets the carry, and he's going to fall forward. However, there is a flag down. Looks like Harbor was blocking in the back downfield. You don't need to do that. Instead of a first, it's now 2nd and 10. Sellers to throw. Looks short, has Harbor for a grab. He picks up the yardage back, but it's now 3rd and 5. Trying to set up a screen. They got Sanders outside. He puts on a spin move. What a move to get the first down by Rocket. Keeps the drive alive. As now Attaway on the next carry will bounce off a tackle and pick up 9. He's got 5 for 20 today, his longest run. As now Sanders will get the first down on the next carry. Relying on the ground game here as we go into the red zone. Sanders again getting it. He's making up for lost time as he gets out wide and picks up 8. He checks back out. Attaway again in. 2nd and 2. Tries to make a man miss, but can't. Loss of maybe a half yard makes it 3rd and 2. Give it to Rocket, and he picks up the first, and he gets down to the 3-yard line. Goal to go Gamecocks as they try a delayed give to Sanders, who won't get in. So he will check out. It looks like Attaway is now going to come in and try to vulture another touchdown from him, and he will not get in. Close, but they don't give it to him. So on 3rd and goal, they try a quick pass to Brown, and he can't hold on. And on 4th and goal from the 1, South Carolina is going to take the 3. Interesting call here. You're down by 7, but Coach Rob will take 3 points. Vanderbilt holds on to a lead now 17-13 as they begin their second drive of the quarter. Already 5.5 to go in the frame. It's been a very quick game, and that's played into Vanderbilt's favor. When you shorten the game up, it allows the underdog to get into this one because you don't give as many plays to deal. As on 2nd and 11, this will be a play that doesn't count because DQ Smith is going to get called for a face mask. Tackled him up high. You didn't need to do that, as now already Vanderbilt out past midfield, and we continue to struggle against the run. 1st and 10. Here's out wide. It's going to be caught by Quincy Skinner, who picks up 2. 2nd and 8 now. Spreading out the defense once more is Vanderbilt. They give it on the ground. Right side. Nice hole, but it closes. Picks up maybe 3. And now 3rd and 5 for the Commodores. Johnson to throw. Looks left side. That one's knocked down. But Vanderbilt's going to stay on the field. This is no man's land, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Johnson across the middle, and it's incomplete. Knocked out. Nice defense there, and it'll be Gamecock ball. Still down by 4 as they start this drive with a screen out to Sanders, who stiff arms a man into the ground. Nice pickup of first down. Next play, swinging out wide for Attaway, and he picks up 5. 2nd and 5 now. Sanders checks back in. Bubble screen out for Larvadane, and he will drag his man a yard shy. So now a 3rd and 1 for the Gamecocks. They trust the ground game. Is Sanders up the middle, but he loses the football and is picked up by Vanderbilt. Big turnover there, forced by the Commodores. And that'll take us to the 4th quarter as Vandy leads 17-13. South Carolina running out of time if they want to retake the lead. We currently sit as the 21 seed. We face number 22 Missouri next week in a big rivalry showdown. But you got to get past this one. We talked about this being a trap game, and it's looking like it. 3rd and 5. Johnson's going to keep it himself, and he's going to scramble for a big first down. The former Utah Ute quarterback picks it up with his legs, and they go no huddle here. They're going to go hurry up, try to catch us off guard as they hand the next play off, but it's not going to work. Pickup of 1 there for Cedric Alexander. 2nd and 9. Double stack. They throw it left side. Nice play to force the stop. That is Bam Martin-Scott outside making the tackle. 3rd and 11. They hand it off to Alexander, and he's going to get a lot more than he should have. Picks up 7. So Vanderbilt will kick a field goal. It's up, and Brock Taylor will knock it through. 20-13 now your score, as Vanderbilt's now up by a touchdown. First drive of the 4th for the Gamecocks. Sanders will get the carry. He's getting a little bit more busy here in the second half. He gets the next one as well, but he doesn't get the nice block. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's Damian Riddick with a nice tackle. And now it's 3rd and 5 for South Carolina. Sellers quickly outside the pocket. Rolling to his left, throws it downfield, and he gets intercepted. Picked up by Tyson Russell. He's going to go up the sideline, and this is a pretty good return. He gets inside the 20. 4th interception of the season for Tyson Russell. And now Vanderbilt with a chance to go up by 2 scores. Sellers just tried to make something happen, and he got picked off. 1st and 10 out wide. Nice throw and catch to Micah Bell, the Notre Dame transfer. In the pistol now, handoff, Young, right side, has the first down inside the 5. Goal to go now. Next play, handoff, in the backfield, Debo Williams with the tackle for a loss. From the 8 now, man in motion again, they flip it to him this time. Tries to cut it back as Bell, and he's going to get tripped up, and there's also a flag down. Looks like they're going to get the left guard, Grayson Morgan, on the hold. So that'll back up Vanderbilt. Now 2nd and goal from the 15. They got the fullback in. They just handed it to him, and he gets basically nothing. So now you're 3rd and goal from 15. Vanderbilt's just going to run it. But there's a big space up the middle, and Young is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. That is not should happen. Just abysmal run defense there for the Gamecocks. They allow a 3rd and goal from the 15 to score. They're now up by 14. Sellers almost gets picked off again. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. He steps up, wants to run, but he gets hit down. And he doesn't get the yards. They rule that a sack. This is now 3rd and 11. Sellers looking to throw for it across the middle. He's got Simon, but he drops it. Gamecocks have dropped quite a few key passes today. Is now on 4th and 11. They got to go for it. Sellers right side hits Larvadane, but he drops another one. Back-to-back drops. It's a turnover on downs. Vandy with a short field and a chance to go up by 3 scores. Now, unfortunately, this play will not count for Vandy. It's fortunate for us because there's a hold on the play. They're going to get Micah Bell on the outside. It's now 1st and 19. Vandy goes play fake. Johnson across the middle, and he's got a man downfield. It's caught. 1st down. Great throw by Johnson. He's 15 for 18 today. Been very efficient when asked to throw. 1st and goal, handoff outside Young, and he's going to get 3 before being brought down by Fortune. Here's a toss. Next play for Bell, and he doesn't get in. It's now 3rd and goal. Vandy in the pistol, knocking on the door. It's Young, and he gets stopped. A yard shy, but Vandy, they want the dagger. They're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 1. Handoff to the fullback, and he doesn't get it. Shooting the gap is Kyle Kennard. He brings him down for a tackle for a loss. But we're down to the 2-minute warning. South Carolina's got a lot of work to do, as here's a nice floater to the tight end. That'll pick up a nice bit of yardage, and he gets out of bounds. Simon 6 for 48 today. 1st and 10. Sellers looks short for Larvadane, but his 4th drop. Oh, what a day he'd like to forget. 2nd and 10. Now dumping it off for Sanders, who breaks a couple tackles. This is why Rocket is so electric. He just gets yards he shouldn't. We're out to the 41 of Andy now. As Sellers' clean pocket wants the deep ball, but it's underthrown, and Simon can't bring it in. Hit him in stride. That could be 6. Instead, 2nd and 10. Sellers dumps it off. Here's Campbell coming across the formation, and he gets close to the marker. 3rd and inches. South Carolina clock is running. They will go no huddle. Hurry back to the line. Sellers snaps it. In the pocket. He wants to keep it and run it himself. He has the 1st down, and he wisely gets out of bounds. Stops the clock at a minute 17. South Carolina still has all 3 timeouts, but they want to save them just in case they got to force the defense to get a stop, as this one is thrown out of bounds by Sellers. 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Clean pocket. Dumps it off short for Sanders, and he doesn't get out of bounds. So they will hurry back to the line. Now 3rd and 8. As they play fake it to Rocket. Sellers quickly pressed, and he just gets this one off incomplete. And now a big 4th and 8. 4th down again. Can they convert? Sellers hit as he throws, but he finds Simon, who holds on this time for the 1st. Inside the 15, inside a minute as well. South Carolina no huddle again. Sellers next play, fires across the middle. He's got Jared Brown for a touchdown. There's step 1. They get the 1st score, and they get the extra point. Step 2 is get the onside kick. As here it goes. Kroger boots it. It's low, and it's picked up by Bell. Well, that step 2 didn't work, but now step 2B, we need to get a stop. No 1st downs. It ends it if it does. 1st and 10. There's a gain of 3. South Carolina uses the 1st timeout. 2nd and 7. Handoff Young. Big hole right side. 1st down. And that will do it. Vanderbilt will score the upset and beat South Carolina 27-20 here in Nashville. I said it might be a trap game, and it was. Vanderbilt knocks us off. We fall to 5-4 in a game that was so South Carolina. If you're familiar with South Carolina football, this game should not be a surprise. There's always one game a year where the Gamecocks, they lose a game they shouldn't. This year it's Vandy. We beat the good teams, Oklahoma and Ole Miss, but we can't beat Vanderbilt. Just typical Gamecock football. We fall to 5-4. Just the run defense was bad. The offense was not clicking. I mean, we had 7 drops in the receiving corps. That can't happen. And we are now 3-4 in the SEC. We can say goodbye to any sort of chance to get the conference championship game. We do get some good news. We get 4-star halfback Sam Ika to commit from Memphis, Tennessee. He's from Woodale High School, as he's a power back. Now, here's a side note. If you look at Woodale High School's real-life logo and stuff, it's a carbon copy of Louisville. So I just used Louisville's uniform, so that's why it says Louisville. But Sam Ika is a power back, and he's a lot of the same mold as Sanders and Attaway, who graduate this year. So Sam Ika, as a freshman, could fill that mold nicely. He's got good trucking, good carrying. We've seen what we can do with the power back, and I think Ika could really be a good addition to the offense. We also lose out, though, on a center, Wayne Watkins, 3-star from Columbia to Coastal. It's okay, though. I mean, he's a 3-star, but he's only 6'1", 288 for a center. He's actually an athlete, which is very odd. I wasn't really sold on him, so he'll go to the Chanticleers. We might see him in the future. Here are your top stories. Missouri loses to Oklahoma, so the trend of our next opponent losing continues. LSU upsets rival Alabama. That's a big win. Here's a look at the Heisman. Cameron Ward, Caden Salter of Liberty's got them in the Group of 5 conversation. Jackson Dart, Kyron Drones, and Shedeur Sanders are the names to look out for. Utah, and speaking of Colorado, they will face off in a big matchup this week. But let's look at the scores from last week. We'll start off with MACtion, where Ball State is victorious over Miami, Ohio. Central Michigan over Bowling Green. And then on Wednesday, Western Michigan will beat Northern Illinois. And then we get into the Thursday games. East Carolina will knock off FAU in a big AAC Classic. Coastal Carolina gets the victory over App State. And then on Friday, we see Memphis knock off Rice. So maybe the Owls were not for real. Wake Forest now ranked as they beat Cal. Then on Saturday, Tennessee gets the win over Mississippi State. We see Syracuse in a big win against the New York-Massachusetts rivalry, 17-14. Arkansas State over Louisiana. Texas State, who's now ranked, they knock off the Warhawks. We see UAB get a win over UConn, and then Ohio State stays perfect. They beat the Boilermakers. Also in the Big Ten, Michigan bounced back with a nice win on the road against Indiana, and then Oregon beats Maryland. So a lot of top teams in the Big Ten winning this week. Big clash in the SEC. Georgia gets back on track. They knock off Ole Miss on the road in the America Game of the Week. Miami over Georgia Tech. In the Big 12, Kansas beats Iowa State, and West Virginia beats Cincinnati. Liberty still trying to be the Group of 5 representative. They destroy Middle Tennessee State 61-14. Tulane with a win over Temple. Fresno State over Air Force. And then Southern Miss as well, a victory over Marshall. Virginia beats Pittsburgh in the ACC. Nevada continues to be the thorn in the side of the Broncos. They win 21-16. Rutgers stays undefeated. They're number 2 in the country now, 45-20 over the Golden Gophers. Clemson gets a win over Virginia Tech on the road. North Texas beats Army as the military colleges continue to struggle. Oklahoma in the next chapter of their rivalry in the SEC over Missouri. We saw that one. Western Kentucky over New Mexico State. And NC State loses. They were ranked 2nd. They go down at home to Duke in an upset. Florida State gets a big win on the road against Notre Dame. UCLA over Iowa. Washington upsets Penn State on the road, 35-27. LSU, we saw them beat Alabama. And then Florida with a big win over the Longhorns in the SEC. Oklahoma State stays undefeated. They're down to 6th, though, not getting any respect. Oregon State over San Jose State. Texas Tech beats Colorado, who are going to look to bounce back this week against Utah. And New Mexico over San Diego State. And speaking of Utah, they crushed BYU this week, doubling them up 56-28. And then finally, Arizona State over UCF. Here, look at your college football playoff rankings. A little bit of movement as we see a lot of heavy Big Ten. All 4 of the top teams from that conference. Oklahoma State, despite being undefeated, they dropped to 6th. They're not getting any respect despite being 10-0. Liberty is the highest Group of 5. They moved to 16. But look at Texas State. They're in there at 22. They're trying to get that bid. Meanwhile, a couple of other new ranked teams, and including us not being a part of the rankings, thanks to our loss this week, as well as Alabama and Missouri falling out. Here are games to look out for in the next week. Florida and LSU in a big SEC clash. Meanwhile, both the top 2 teams from the Big Ten on the road. Ohio State will go to Northwestern, and Rutgers will go to Maryland. And then we talked about the big Big 12 matchup, Utah, Colorado, in a new chapter in their rivalry. Next week, we return home to face the Missouri Tigers, both teams 5-4. Both teams looking to bounce back after losses last week and try to stay in the middle of the pack here in the SEC. It's a good thing we picked up those wins against Ole Miss and Oklahoma earlier in the season because we got 3 games left and we only have to win one of them to be bowl eligible, and one of those games is against an FCS opponent. So Other than that, though, you still want to beat Missouri. There's a lot of recruits coming this week, and we have a very good recruiting class. But it could get even better if we knock off a team like the Tigers. But thank you guys so much for watching. Fortunately, we couldn't get it done against Vanderbilt, but this is what happens in college football any given Saturday. But if you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.